7 years had slipped by since I had last seen her, yet the moment our eyes met, it was as if the distance of time collapsed in an instant. "It's been a while," I said, keeping my voice steady, controlled. Her gaze shifted from me to the woman seated at my side. "My wife," I clarified. The color drained from her face, as though she had come face to face with a ghost, or something far worse. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. The terror in her eyes screamed louder than any words. Without touching her glass or paying her bill, she bolted from the restaurant. Moments later, my phone buzzed. Her name lit up the screen with a message. "Leave her now. Your wife is—" The sentence cut off unfinished, but I didn't need the rest. I leaned back in my chair, the weight of the moment settling over me, and the faintest smile curved my lips. I was 27 when everything began. Back then, ambition fueled me, but I was inexperienced, naive. She had been my partner, my confidant, the safe harbor I thought I could trust. We whispered our futures into the night, dreams of a house, children, a lifetime together. She used to call me her anchor, her constant, her forever. I believed every word. Looking back, I see the cracks I had ignored. The way she angled her phone away from me, the sudden business trips that never added up, the subtle change in her laughter when she texted someone else. At the time, I brushed them aside. Love blinds judgment. Betrayal strips it away. The truth didn't explode through a fight. It revealed itself quietly. A crumpled receipt in her purse from a hotel restaurant I'd never visited. A client meeting scheduled on the exact date. I didn't confront her. Instead, I watched. I noticed the late-night calls she claimed were work, the strange perfume that lingered on her clothes, the phone placed face down on the table. The final blow came with a hotel key card tucked carelessly in her wallet. That night, when she said she was with her sister, I followed. I saw them together, her and my so-called best friend. His hands on her as though they had always belonged there. The betrayal burned itself into me. But I refused to let anger dictate my response. Patience became my weapon. Confrontation is chaos. Revenge requires precision. For 6 months, I built my case. I gathered phone logs, bank statements, emails. Every dinner, every overnight stay, every lie was cataloged. I hired a private investigator skilled in leaving no trace. Quietly, I rearranged our finances, securing assets and accounts under my name alone. I revised wills, contracts, insurance. Step by step, I dismantled the life she believed was secure. When I finally filed for divorce, she never saw it coming. She assumed I was oblivious. She expected a broken man, desperate and pleading. Instead, she faced undeniable proof, dates, photographs, receipts. My lawyer sliced through her excuses before she could form them. She walked away empty-handed. No home, no car, no share of the business. She thought she could bleed me dry forever. I gave her nothing, not even words. My silence was the sharpest cut of all. The only thing I said to her in that courtroom was, "It's over." And now, 7 years later, we were face to face again. She looked older, worn down, her skin heavy with makeup that failed to hide the years. I sat steady, my hand resting lightly over my wife's. But what shook her wasn't me. It was my wife. The sight of her stiffened my ex's body, her breathing hitched, her fingers trembled like she'd seen death itself. She couldn't stay. She ran. Then came the text, "Leave her now." Fear silenced the rest. And in that moment, clarity struck. The man who betrayed me, my former friend, had not stayed loyal to her either. He had abandoned her for someone else. That someone else now sat beside me. My wife. This wasn't coincidence. I'll admit that openly. After the divorce, I sought her out, not recklessly, not with lies. I waited. I listened when he dismissed her, saw her when he ignored her. She came to me willingly, disillusioned and hurt. I gave her what he never could: respect, patience, stability. At first, it wasn't love for me. It was justice, the blade turned back on those who had cut me. But time shifted everything. In the spaces where vengeance lived, genuine care took root. What began as retribution became something real. She was no betrayal waiting to happen. She was my true partner. That night, as I watched my ex unravel at the sight of us, I realized I had won twice. Once through justice, once through love. Around us, the restaurant buzzed with laughter, the clinking of glasses, the rustle of waiters moving between tables. Only her absence left a faint emptiness. I glanced at the unfinished message on my phone one last time, the desperate plea of a woman who once thought she was untouchable. I deleted it without replying. My wife leaned closer and asked if I was all right. I nodded. Better than all right. Because revenge, when crafted with patience, doesn't just punish. It rewrites the balance of power. As I raised my glass in a silent toast, I whispered words meant only for myself. You stole everything from me once. Tonight, I reclaimed it all.